a little bit. Will they be a threat to the Rams this week? A team they did beat back in late November.
The Panthers like a piece of candy. Somebody throw out the schoolyard and somebody find it on the concrete and be like, "I got some candy." Okay, they not supposed to be out there. Like it's just the way. Look. We can sit on here and fool ourselves, but the reality is the reality. This team is 8-9. They were beneficial of a division that was awful. It came down to them not even having their own path to end up in the playoffs. I give credit where credit due. A lot of young players stepped up for them in some critical moments in critical games. You at least have to be in position for.
Wow. What a way to start the show out there.
Oh my goodness.
We
go ahead and tell the audience who that is right there, Wes.
Yeah, that's Swagoo, and I love Swagoo. Daughter's playing for the Longhorns volleyball team, but that was the kind of disrespect that Cody and I were, trying to tell y'all to look out for this week, and there was plenty of it, but they definitely showed up this week for sure.
I mean, everybody was saying we're going to get blown out by
10.5 point
dogs. It was a 10.5 point spread, and I heard people say that we might get beat by 3 or 4 touchdowns, which is crazy.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. Well, we'll get into that a little bit.
Yeah,
more.
We'll break that down.
Yep. As you know, I'll be starting things off. Your host, Wes Hood. I got the Golden Boy here, Cody. We're going to go over some playoff games and a couple of little things Cody wants to get off his chest, and you know what that means. So buckle up. First thing we're going to start out with is Cody's got a couple of he wants me to play a little game or something.
Yeah, and everybody play at home too, and please comment below so we can see how you're going to play this game too. So let's play a little game. Da, 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 da. So all right, so quarterback number one, kind of like door number one.
Okay.
And quarterback
right,
number
interested.
one. So this is from the playoff wild card weekend. This is their stats. Quarterback number one.
Okay.
All right. Quarterback number one went 19 of 31, 159 yards passing, 0 touchdowns, and 57 yards rushing, 0 rushing touchdowns. That's quarterback number one.
Okay.
Okay. Quarterback number two, 20 of 35, 168 yards passing, 1 passing touchdown, 14 yards rushing, no rushing touchdowns. And quarterback number three, 21 of 40, 264 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 24 yards rushing, but also a rushing touchdown. So an extra touchdown to all those other quarterbacks.
Okay.
So
right.
please comment below. And West, which quarterback are you taking?
Well, I'm obviously taking quarterback number 3, but I have to, I guess, did Geno Smith make the playoffs? I mean, was that one of the quarterbacks?
So, no, right, Geno is not on this stat line. He's not in this game.
But, so neither one of them are considered top 10 quarterbacks.
Oh, a lot of people are highly of 2 out of the 3 quarterbacks.
Okay. All right. So quarterback 1, I don't know, is that the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback?
Quarterback number 1 is actually Mr. Herbert, Justin Herbert of the Los Angeles Chargers.
That's close.
Yes, he had 159 yards passing and 57 yards rushing. He was running for his life, and he had 0 touchdowns. And also, this is what we're kind of talking about. People got him in the top 10. I've seen a lot of people like what we see that we
top
just showed
6
you.
probably.
A lot of people got a lot of them in top 10, top 15. I've seen more top 10 and top 5 than anything just because people think he's just super talented. Wes, I want to let you know, too, his last playoff game last year was against the Houston Texans, and he threw 5 interceptions. That doesn't sound top 10 to me.
Yeah.
To the next quarterback.
All right. Well, I got to use my wild card here, so I'm gonna go with guess number 1. This has got to be Philly.
This is Philly. This is Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP. He had 168 yards passing, 1 touchdown, and only 14 yards rushing.
So much for the tush push, huh?
I mean, good gracious. And you would have thought they were going against like the 85 Bears. No, this is how bad their offense was in the playoffs. When you need it the most, you're at home. You have A.J. Brown, you have Devontae Smith, you have Saquon Barkley, and you have Dallas Goedert. Arguably, I say the best weapons in all of the NFL.
I've been saying all week that it was the best roster, offense and defense in the whole playoffs. So as you know, I took Philly. Cody got that one right, picking San Francisco last week. So got to give him total credit on that. But yeah, just want to shine a little bit of love on Bryce Young. If you have some issues with him, that's fine. I don't want to hear anything more about the height. That's not what his issue is.
And that's who quarterback number 3 is Bryce Young. He had 2 touchdowns compared to their 1 touchdown each, and he had 264 yards passing, almost 300 yards, when every one of these guys had around 150 yards.
Yeah, if it wasn't
nearly double
for MVP, like that last drive by Stafford was magical.
And he's going to win the MVP.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to get that off my chest about how those people put, Jalen Hurts and Justin Herbert in the top 10, and these guys are just phenomenal, but then they're going to crap on Bryce Young when Bryce Young had a better – remember, this is his first playoff game, and I think the Rams are a Super Bowl contender. And this was against the Rams – and this was his first playoff game, and this is his stat compared to these guys that have been in multiple playoff games. One guy won a Super Bowl, and they didn't have the same stats. They had worse stats than Bryce Young, and people still crap on Bryce Young.
Yep, that's true. And we could have brought Stroud up in this also, who played this week.
He had a bunch of botched snaps, had 3 turnovers.
For all the quarterbacks that lost, Bryce definitely outplayed and probably outplayed some of the ones that won.
That's
All
right.
We're going to move right into big game on CBS 4:30. We got Buffalo traveling on a 6-day week to Denver. Going to be kind of chilly there by 4:30. This is kind of going back and forth. Some sites have the Bills favored. Some sites have Denver favored. We've had a lot of Cody and I have gone back and forth on this game all week.
This is the ultimate 50-50 coin flip game.
Yeah. And we actually talked about that today, ironically. But one thing that I will tell you is I want to lean towards Denver. But one thing that I got to say with Josh Allen is he – normally, if he's going to lose, it's going to be to a quarterback that's, a little bit elevated from him. I think he lost to Deshaun Watson earlier. I know that sounds funny now, but at the time, Deshaun was actually a better quarterback. You've got the Mahomes losses. I think he took a loss to Lamar one time. I'm not sure, but
so, a lot of Patrick Mahomes.
I think 3 to so. That's the one thing that I will lean. If Josh Allen plays a lesser quarterback, one of them was Skylar Thompson, I think, I kind of give him the benefit of the doubt. But we've gone back and forth. What do you think the definitive factor is on this?
I mean, to your point, it's Josh Allen. I mean, he right now, I think, is the best quarterback in these playoffs. Now, like you said, what we just said, Matthew Stafford is most likely going to win MVP for the regular season. But Josh Allen played a really good Jacksonville team and put a team on his back. And if y'all watched that Jacksonville game, it came down to a last, you got to get down, you got to get a touchdown, let's score. And they had multiple 4th downs, and they did this Philadelphia tush push, and they got like 6-7 yards off of it. And oh my goodness,
ironic that they wanted to ban it.
Yeah, that's right. But I think I am leaning for my pick in this game. I am picking the Buffalo Bills because of Josh Allen, and the team is experienced. They've been there. They've done that. To our point, what Weston brought up, the Chiefs are not here. They're number 15 in red usually slaughters the Bills every year, and he is not there. And I think everybody that I've been talking to here in the barbershop wants to see the Bills in the Super Bowl. It's a fun story. Josh Allen's a great guy. And if you remember last year, these teams actually played each other up in Buffalo in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And the Bills got up early, and they just kept their foot on the gas.
Smoked 'em.
That's right. That's
smoked
right.
'em.
So
Yeah.
not much has changed between the two teams, and that's why I'm leaning Buffalo.
Yeah, I think I'm going to lean a little bit Buffalo here, just for that factor, but we shall see. Moving on, another primetime game. I have no idea why the NFL does this. I would really like to know, all you people listening in the Pacific time zone, how much of y'all are really watching this football? But we shall see. Anyway, Fox, 8 o'clock, got San Francisco making a short trip to the Seahawks to play them for the third time this year. Seahawks favored by 7 points. This is you would think this would be offense. I think this is going to come down to the defense. Cody, what do you think some of the other matchups that they had? You think any of those, the other two matchups, are going to play into this at all, or?
Well, you talk the
Seahawks and San Fran.
The last two times they played in the regular season.
Yeah.
Usually they split. The 49ers won the first time in Seattle, and then about a couple weeks ago, for the number 1 seed, Seattle went to San Fran and beat San Francisco, and they only held the 49ers offense to 3 points, which is unheard of when you're talking about Kyle Shanahan.
About 40 going into that.
Yeah,
too.
that's right. And so this is also a tight game because these two teams know each other so well. I mean, when you're talking about a division game, I mean, just look at last week with Green Bay and Chicago. It came down to the very last drive. Now, it didn't start out like that, but it finished like that. It came down to, Chicago having a late drive and then Green Bay having a chance, and they couldn't do it. So I still think this is a tight game, very close. But I think San Fran's got way too many injuries. I think it stops here. I really like McCaffrey. I really like Kyle Shanahan and Brock Purdy. But I think usually when you see a team that makes it to the Super Bowl, that is the healthiest team. That Philadelphia team we saw last year winning all, they were a healthy team. You didn't have Jalen Hurts hurt. You didn't have Dallas Goedert hurt. You didn't have a whole defense. That defense was healthy. Fred Warner, they said that he would have had a chance to come back, but it looks like he's not coming back for this game. And, of course, we all know Bosa's out.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going off of. The healthiest team usually makes it farther in the playoffs, and that's what I'm going off of.
Yeah, I totally agree. San Fran, they do well if they can get up a little bit in the game. I don't think they're going to have the opportunity to do that. They may not lose by 7, so if you want to touch on the spread and all that, but I like Seattle in this situation. Darnold is expected to play. He's questionable. If for some reason he didn't play, obviously I would hammer that San Francisco +7. So something to look out for. 8 o'clock game. I really think that Darnold's going to play. So don't look too much into that. We're going to move into Sunday. This is the kind of football I'm talking about. 3 o'clock game. Go to church. All right, leave church, go get some lunch, maybe go hit 9 holes or something like that. Do whatever you're going to do, a little Call of Duty or whatever the Young Bucks do. But we've got Houston's big-time defense going up north to play in the cold and see Vrabel and the Patriots. This game is going to be a slugfest. It is the lowest under of all 4 games, and I think it is the most likely to hit the under, in my opinion. It's only 41.5. New England getting the home field advantage, -3 points advantage there. This is going back and forth, but a couple of things that I want to touch on with Houston is, a couple of things that they played last year, first game of the season. Houston really hammered New England. Drake May gave it his all. They weren't the same team, But one of the things that's different is Diggs. He's not on Houston this year. He's on the Patriots. And I know he's got his own little problems going, but I actually think that's going to be working into New England's favor. And I also think that they're probably using last year's game as some bulletin board material, and they may come a little bit fired up. They were lackluster last week. Cody will probably touch on that a little bit more, but I like New England in this situation, which is ironic because I've been on Houston all year. But, you know, I like New England. Where are you at with this one, Cody?
Well, first off, I got to apologize to Houston because we both went Steelers, and I don't know what got into us. So I want to apologize, Houston.
We had some conversations about that.
Yeah, I don't know. We were drinking or something. I don't know what happened to us.
We were getting too cute. Getting too cute.
So we want to apologize to all the Houston Texans fans and everybody out there for that. But to Houston Texas fans, I love Drake May. I love Drake May. Everybody knows that. I'm a big Tar Heel fan. And he's been playing great. He's second. He's going to be the second runner-up to the MVP. I would love to see him to win the MVP. I think that'd be awesome. It's just that when Houston, we all know they got a great defense. But sometimes we kind of like what we were talking about with the whole Denver situation in Buffalo. Sometimes you go against some elite quarterbacks where it doesn't matter what defense you got, because when it's 3rd and 5 and you got everybody covered, I mean, just perfect secondary coverage, and the defensive line is just about to get to the quarterback. Guess what that quarterback is able to do? Make something out of nothing.
Yep.
And he gets that first down, and that as a defensive player, you lose your mind because it's 3rd down, you're about to get off the field, and you're about to get your offense, and you're like, man, we played such good defense. What do we do? You can't do nothing. That guy is mobile. He can do whatever. He just got to get.
That'll be the difference between him and Rodgers.
That's
right?
Yeah. Because Rodgers was just standing back there. He can't move, and so you get to pin your ears back and just get a tee off and bull rush your.
You're not going to get a big play.
That's right. That's right. But with a guy like Drake May and a guy like Josh Allen, they can make something out of nothing, and that's why I love the Patriots. It's still going to be a close game. Like Weston said, the under is at 40.5 right now. I can see it being 20-17, the final score.
Yeah.
And so I still think it's going to be a close game. I just think also, I hate to be this guy, but doesn't the AFC Championship sound good when you got Josh Allen versus Drake May? Or would you much rather have Bo Nix versus C.J. Stroud? I'm just saying. Just saying.
No, definitely, and I'm glad you brought up C.J. Stroud because that's it. You know, we always compare him with Bryce because he got drafted there right behind him. But how many fumbles did he have last week? 5 fumbles or something?
Yeah,
I think they recovered a few of them, but that worries me. I think he threw a pick in that game too. So. Pittsburgh's we counted on Pittsburgh's defense to show up. They actually did. That was a one part of the pick that happened. But New England's defense is really going to show up, and I think they're going to give Stroud some trouble.
I mean, like to your point, Pittsburgh won the turnover battle, and they still got blown out. I mean, if New England gets 3 turnovers, I promise you it won't go the way for the Houstons like what we saw with Pittsburgh.
Yep. 100%. So we're both on board there. Moving on, 6:30 game on Sunday, NBC. We love that. LA coming off that really good win against Carolina.
Weston will be awake.
I'll be there. I'll be able to give some analysis. You know, Cody's got to give all the analysis on the late game. So headed to Chicago. Wow, that was impressive. That Caleb Williams comeback there.
25 points in the fourth quarter.
Nuts, absolutely nuts. I have a feeling that's where the slipper falls off for Chicago. I know everybody was kind of laughing when Cody and I had LA as the number 1 power rankings a month and a half ago, but I think you're starting to see it now. That is going to come to life in this game. Stafford is going to be the difference. Puka is lighting things up. whatever you want to do. Rams are 4.5-point dogs. I think they cover that. 51.5-point over. Stay away from that. Both teams somewhat healthy. So I'm going LA all the way here. Do you think the Bears can take last week's game, which was absolutely incredible, and roll it and get enough momentum to stop this Rams team? I mean, their defense is good. They're just like opportunistic, though. You know, if they don't get the turnovers.
The Bears, to win this game, you got to play a complete game. You can't just start playing in the fourth quarter and make this miraculous, come back from 18 points and score 25 points in the fourth quarter and just pull it out your rear end. You can't do that against this Rams team. You let them get up early in the first half, they're going to keep their foot on the pedal. And that's where it completely, will get out of hand. If the Bears have any chance of winning, they got to play right off the bat, first quarter, and they have to compete. It's going to be freezing cold at this game. I think the wind chill is going to be 18. Like negative 18. I mean, just unreal. You want to lean on your running game with like Kyle Mungungai and DeAndre Swift. You want to lean on your run game, but I think Stafford and Puka and Devontae is going to be way too much for the Chicago secondary, and that's why I am leaning with the Rams right here.
Yep, totally. Cody and I have been high on the Bears. Pretty much did exactly what we predicted them to do. Great season, but we just happen to think that it ends here. So there's your NFC and AFC championship matchup according to Fresh Cuts. Want to end with a couple of things. Going to thank, one of the sponsors. We have Brunswick Supply House and Mansfield Sales and Service, big-time supporters of the show. Mansfield Sales and Service, you can HVAC, electrical, plumbing, gas, all that good stuff. You can do it. And if you want to do it yourself, just go to the supply house and buy the stuff and knock it out. So thank you for supporting the show. Also want to give a little shout out to Neil Forney and John Beach for helping Cody and I out with a little technical things. As you can tell, we got some new sound stuff this week, and we're really digging it. But that is just peanuts compared to what Cody's going to tell you guys about the future with Fresh Cuts here. Yeah,
so primarily this is, I believe this is going to be episode 10 for us. We've been talking mainly about the NFL because, of course, that's all the talk right now in the sports world. NFL playoffs. We got the Super Bowl coming up in a couple of weeks, and so we're diving into it. But the show is not going to end after the Super Bowl. We're not just going to pack everything up and just be done with it until next football season. This is a weekly show, and we're going to be covering everything year round. So next after this, we're going to dive into college basketball with March Madness coming up. I am also a huge NASCAR fan. If any NASCAR fans are out there, Weston is your top golf guy. And he will take you through the Masters and every tournament coming up, detail by detail. And we'll talk about the upcoming golfers coming up. And then we're going to talk about baseball and the NBA playoffs as we get into the summertime. And please comment below or let us know in the barbershop, hey, if you like hockey, we can bring that up too. We're not going to, just because we don't maybe knock everything, we're going to bring it up too. So please let us know if there's a sport that you would like us to talk about. Please let us know because we are going to dive into it here at Fresh Cut Sports Podcast. Please like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel and comment and like on Instagram. And we are just want to say thank you.
Yep. And I'm glad Cody brought that up. One last thing before we send it off. All of those options, like, subscribe, share, big time. If you do that, we're going to put your name in a hat for the next 2 weeks, and then we will enter you into the big Super Bowl Fresh Cuts Long Beach Barbershop pool. All right, it's $100 square. We're going to be paying out every minute this year, Cody. We got a big one. So definitely you're going to want to do one of those 3 things. We'll put your name in a hat. We'll draw it here at the barber shop, and you got an opportunity to win some big money, $10,000 worth of prizes here. So want to, again, like Cody said, want to thank you. We're going to send it off, episode 10, Fresh Cuts Podcast. We'll see you next week.